My 32F parents are selling the house I've been paying for to fund my golden child brother's 28M crypto startup, and decades of favoritism finally exploded. Quick note, using a throwaway because my brother is weirdly active on Reddit. Also, this is long but I need to get it all out. I've been a long-time lurker, but never thought I'd be posting here. Honestly, typing this out is making me realize just how messed up our family dynamic has always been. Some background, grab a drink. This is wild. I'm a registered nurse, have been for 10 years. I work in the ICU, picked up extra shifts during the pandemic, and have generally been the responsible one since I could walk. My brother, 28M, has never held a job for more than 6 months, but is constantly coming up with million-dollar ideas that my parents fall over themselves to fund. The favoritism started early. Really early. My earliest memory of it was my 8th birthday. I'd been begging for a bike for months, saved my allowance, $47 total, and even made a PowerPoint presentation about why I deserved one. Yes, I was that kid. The day came and, no bike. Instead, my parents had used the money to buy my brother, then 4, an expensive gaming console, because he'd been having a hard time with preschool. My birthday became about cheering him up. This pattern continued throughout our childhood. My academic achievements were expected because I was naturally smart, while his C grades were celebrated because he was trying his best. I had to get a job at 16 to pay for my school activities, while he got a car for his 16th birthday, which he crashed within 3 months. I got a partial scholarship to nursing school and had to take out loans for the rest. They paid his full tuition at 3 different colleges. He dropped out of all of them. Every family gathering became about his latest big idea, while my actual accomplishments were footnotes. Speaking of his big ideas, let me tell you about some of his greatest hits. The dog food fiasco, 2018, he convinced my parents to invest $20,000 in a premium dog food delivery service. His entire business plan was like Blue Apron, but for dogs. He spent $15,000 on a website, $3,000 on logo design, and the rest on inventory that expired in our parents' garage. Total customers, 3, all family members. The social media app disaster, 2019, it's like Instagram but for left-handed people. I wish I was joking, $35,000 down the drain. The app crashed if more than 10 people used it simultaneously. He blamed the developers, who he never paid, for not understanding his vision. The NFT nightmare, 2020, he spent $15,000 creating a collection of unique penguin NFTs. They were literally just Microsoft Paint drawings with different colored bow ties. He called it revolutionary digital art. Total sales, 2 NFTs, both bought by our parents. The luxury watch scandal, 2021, dropshipping luxury watches from AliExpress and marking them up 1,000%. Lost $25,000 when customers started filing credit card chargebacks for receiving fake goods. He insisted they just didn't understand fashion. All of these were funded by my parents taking out home equity loans that I didn't know about, loans I've apparently been helping pay for. Now, about the house situation. 5 years ago, my parents were struggling with their mortgage payments. Dad had some health issues that forced him into early retirement, and Mom's part-time job at my aunt's boutique wasn't covering the bills. Being the responsible daughter, I stepped in. We made an agreement. I would help pay their $1,500 monthly mortgage, and in return, the house would eventually be mine. We got it in writing, thank God, though not through a lawyer, my mistake. I paid roughly $90,000 toward their mortgage over the past 5 years. I've been living in a tiny apartment, driving a 2008 Honda Civic, and picking up extra shifts to make this work. Meanwhile, my brother lives in their finished basement rent-free, drives a leased BMW, guess who co-signed, and spends his days networking at local coffee shops. Last Sunday's family dinner is when everything exploded. For context, these dinners have a set pattern. Mom makes my brother's favorite foods, Dad talks about how successful my brother is going to be, and I sit there like a houseplant while everyone fawns over whatever new scheme he's cooked up. But this dinner was different. Brother was extra excited, practically bouncing off the walls about his new crypto investment opportunity. The conversation went something like this. Brother, it's called DeFi Dreams. We're going to revolutionize the entire DeFi space. Me, what's DeFi? Brother, God, you're so behind the times. It's like, digital money stuff. But better. Dad, your brother's been researching this for weeks. Narrator, watching YouTube crypto scam videos is apparently research now. Then came the bomb. Mom, sweetie, we need to talk about the house situation. Me, mid-bite of meatloaf, what about it? Dad, well, your brother has a real opportunity here, and we've decided to sell the house to invest in his business. It's going to be huge. I literally choked on my food. They continued explaining how they'd already talked to a realtor, and how this was a family investment opportunity. The best part? They expected me to be excited about this. Me, what about our agreement? I've been paying the mortgage for 5 years. Mom, oh honey, we'll pay you back once your brother's business takes off. This is going to benefit the whole family. Brother, yeah, sis. I'll make you a major investor. You could quit nursing and work for me. I'll even give you a fancy title like Chief Medical Officer or something. That's when I lost it. 5 years of mortgage payments, 28 years of being the family ATM, and a lifetime of watching them treat my brother like he's God's gift to entrepreneurship just came pouring out. Me, are you kidding me? Every single one of his businesses has failed. I've been carrying this family financially for years while he plays entrepreneur with your money. Brother, that's not fair. I've just had bad luck, but this time it's different. You're just jealous because you're stuck in a dead-end job while I'm out here trying to build something. Dad, don't talk to your brother that way. He's trying to build something. You just don't understand business. Your brother has vision. Mom, we just want to support his dreams. Why can't you be supportive? The kicker? They've already taken out another home equity loan, which I've apparently been helping pay for, to give him seed money, and now they need to sell because they can't afford the payments. I stood up and told them they'd be getting no more money from me. My brother called me selfish, said I was just jealous of his entrepreneurial spirit, and that I was trying to hold him back like all the other haters. Mom started crying about how I was tearing the family apart. I went home and immediately called a lawyer, shout out to her/legal advice. Turns out our written agreement might actually help me put a lien on the house, which I'm pursuing. When my parents found out, they lost it. Mom's been calling me crying about how family should support family. Dad says I'm being selfish and short-sighted. The best part? My brother posted on Facebook about how toxic family members will try to hold you back from your dreams and how true entrepreneurs understand that sacrifice is necessary for success. He even started a hashtag #RiseAboveTheHaters. The family has split into 2 camps. Team Golden Child, my parents, 2 aunts, and cousins who bought into his schemes. Team Reality, my dad's sister, who's a business owner and has been calling this BS for years, my grandparents, who are horrified at my parents' behavior, and most of my cousins who've watched this pattern for years. I blocked my brother and told my parents all further communication needs to go through my lawyer. Mom's still texting me from different numbers about how I'm breaking her heart and ruining my brother's future. Update, 24 hours later, holy crap, this blew up. Thank you for all the support and awards. To address some common questions. Yes, I have documentation of all my payments. The agreement we signed wasn't notarized, but my lawyer says it still helps my case. My brother has already pre-sold investment opportunities in his crypto startup to some family members. Several cousins reached out to share similar stories about my brother borrowing money and never repaying it. My aunt, dad's sister, is helping me navigate this and has been amazing. Update 2, 3 days later, the situation has escalated. My brother showed up at my workplace today, causing a scene in the hospital lobby about how I'm destroying his dreams and stealing his investors. He was wearing a shirt with DeFi Dreams CEO printed on it. Security had to escort him out. I filed a police report and am looking into a restraining order. Update 3, 1 week later, well, it all came crashing down. My lawyer found out my brother's crypto startup was basically a Ponzi scheme. Turns out he was promising family members 300% returns and using new investments to pay early investors small dividends to keep them hooked. The lawyer reported it to the relevant authorities. My parents finally saw some light when the FBI got involved. Yes, really. Dad called to apologize, but in the same breath asked if I could help them with a lawyer. I referred them to legal aid. Final update, it's been a month. Quick points. The house isn't being sold, my lawyer helped me secure my interest in it. Brother's facing legal troubles over his investment scheme. Parents are in therapy, finally, and starting to recognize their enabling. I'm looking for a smaller place for them to move into that they can actually afford. Several relatives who invested in my brother's scheme are pursuing legal action. I'm in therapy myself, dealing with years of being the responsible one. The hardest part? Realizing that by always being the responsible one, I enabled this situation too. My therapist helped me see that while I was resenting my brother for being the golden child, I was playing my own role as the reliable martyr. I'm learning to set boundaries, even when it hurts. My aunt, the business owner, has become my biggest supporter. She told me something that hit hard: you've been managing your parents' feelings and finances for so long, you forgot to manage your own life. TLDR, after a lifetime of favoritism, parents tried to sell house I've been paying mortgage on to fund golden child brother's crypto scam. Legal system got involved, brother's in trouble, parents are finally waking up, and I'm learning about boundaries. Edit, thank you for all the support and advice. To the other responsible siblings out there, set your boundaries early. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Edit 2, yes, I'm working on a book about financial abuse in families. My therapist thinks it's a good idea.